Dang it.
Hello and welcome to another exciting installment of Broussard Homestead.
And nobody saw that because the ads are playing.
Well, people are going to see it when they watch it later. Oh, let's go. There we go. All right, close that. Now, all right, let's see who's here. We have Mind and Body Co., Mama Bear, Hooga Homestead, Tammy Eaker, living high on the hog tonight, so to speak. Dugout potatoes, the ones I forked we're eating with fresh pulled onions from and some pork chop meat, all cooked together, and oh my, it's great. Canadian, being goofy as always. Love it.
God,
Monica
Tammy's
Sherman is here.
taking him on.
Built on the Rock Homestead. Mary Beth. There's Barb. All the things acres. Hello, everyone, and welcome.
Oh man.
Mm. Needed that coffee. It's been a busy week. Oh my goodness, has it been a busy week? We've got some pictures to share, but
It's been a crazy week.
what I don't have pictures of is the mower broke.
Well, and Barb and Percy came to visit, and we again did not take any
no
pictures.
Yeah, Miss Lippy is here. Wendy Benjamin.
CVAs have changed. Muddy socks 5 times. Oh gosh. I know how that feels though. We had a lot of rain last week, and it's put off us working in the gardens and doing pretty much anything. It's just been swampy.
It puts us behind on everything, even mowing. And breaking the mower didn't help. Nunya, welcome, Jake. So yeah, I was mowing the other day, and I knew I needed to change my. I knew I needed to change the blades. Hello, Joe. Just fix the mower. Oh goodness. Ours wasn't that bad, but it was getting there. How to garden. Hello and welcome. Yeah, we went. I do have some pictures to share. Abby graduated. Congratulations, Abby. We have pictures to share of that, and I'll get to that in here shortly. But Monday, that put us going to Baton Rouge for that because Abby was enrolled in a statewide charter school from a homeschool, basically. And so it was a statewide graduation.
Yeah.
So we all congregated in Baton Rouge for that. What, 200 kids graduated?
115.
115.
Yeah.
That's how many were present, or that's how many graduated?
That's how many graduated.
Okay. All right. Anyway, congratulations to all the graduates.
Abby was 12 out of 115.
Number 12 that they called for her diploma.
No, 12th in the class.
Oh, GPA.
GPA wise.
Okay. All right.
So that's not very bad at all. Go back. Monica Sherman had a comment. It says, I made a frittata today. My mom's husband asked if I put your cayenne pepper in it. He asked for more on his plate.
Oh, nice.
I'm just going to move my phone.
Okay, so the mower. We got back, I guess it was about 4 or 5 p.m. It was 5, just after 5 that we got back from Baton Rouge. And I said to myself, that's a Miss Lippy comment, by the way. Shout out to Miss Lippy. I said, let me mow this section that I hadn't mowed in a while. I'll get that knocked out. Now I have the cough.
No, Lippy's putting her voodoo on you. That's what it is for talking crap.
But I knew that I needed to change the blades. They were bad. They were bad. Anyway, what happened was I was making a round and the belt just shredded, the deck belt. And I was like,
Something
"Ooh."
flew.
Usually on that
It sounded
mower,
like you hit a rock. Me and Cheyenne thought you hit a rock.
do we have pictures of the cayenne pepper plants from last year? Probably somewhere.
Yes.
Voodoo dust flowing.
Let me see what I can find, Monica.
So normally it's the drive belt that breaks on that mower, or it has been in the past. So I was like, well, it's still moving. It's not the drive belt. It's just the deck belt. But when I parked the mower to look under it, there was just this pulley, very hot pulley, just out in the on top of the belt, just sitting there. And so I was like, oh well, that's probably the other day when I was mowing the front yard, there was a good rattle, and then suddenly it stopped, and I was like, oh, something fixed itself. Yeah, no, something broke, and apparently that's when that's when the bearings exploded.
I found them. I knew they were in my phone.
So anyway, that was
Lippy, you got to be careful how you word that.
$150 worth of
Yep.
parts. Playtime Wrestling Federation. Hello, welcome.
Read Lippy's comment and then Tammy's comment.
Wait, where were we? Got to get Lay's. That one?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Tammy says, sounds like, oh, oh my goodness.
Can they just said it wasn't me? I love it. I read it quickly and
so $150 worth of parts and $60 worth of tools later, I got it fixed, got it taken care of. That was my first time taking the deck off of it's a zero turn mower. First time taking the deck off of it. I had not done it before because I was not very confident, but this time it was pretty necessary to do so. So we flipped it and cleaned it, and I went ahead and changed the blades while it was off. And anyway, it's all good to go now. Nice fresh blades, pretty cuts on the front and the backyard now.
We cleaned it up really good. Scraped the whole thing, hosed it down, got my knee caught between the deck and the planter. That sucker's heavy.
We were manhandling the deck, and she's like, ow, 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 ow. So I set the deck down so I could go help her out. Well, it turns out it was pinching her leg, and when I set it down, it made it worse.
I couldn't tell him that, though. I was trying to figure out how to make it better. Stop. Oh, man. So, yeah, my knee's been a little swollen and sore, and I'll live, but I pretty much did it to myself. That one. Yeah. And the next one.
And the next one, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that's the peppers.
I have the pictures of the peppers that who was it that asked for that? Monica asked for those. So that's the pepper plants from last year. And then here is the plants and the harvest.
I think that's a 5-gallon bucket.
No, I don't think so. That looks like a 2-gallon bucket.
Maybe 2 gallon, okay. I
even
just
still.
remember filling a bucket.
Yeah,
like
there was
every couple of days.
A lot of plants, a lot of harvest.
Those plants were massive last year.
Oh, Playtime Wrestling Federation says, I'm done with the city. Amen. I've said it for a long time. I don't think there is true freedom in any city, in the city. We live in a rural area out in the country, and we're under laws of, we're in Louisiana, so we have parishes instead of counties. We're under parish law, city law, and federal law. There is no municipality here. So we still don't have 100% freedom, but that would probably be a bad thing. I mean, truthfully, I know that there would be people that would abuse that. So,
yeah, Lippy is passing kidney stones, so keep her in prayer because that just sounds like it hurts.
Now I have to find the pictures that you sent me from.
I can't
today.
put them in my green stalks. They get pretty tall, so I don't know. Probably not. No.
Oh, I'm gonna do it this way.
Where are you? I'm by Toronto, Canada. We are all the way in South Louisiana, about 30 miles from the Gulf of Mexico.
Oh, there's some fellow Canadians in here. At least there's Wendy Benjamin and Canadian, both from Canada. Our friend Sean, who passed away, his channel is
North
Shore Preparedness, and he was near Toronto also. Yeah, I understand that everything sucks there. I keep in touch with my Canadian friends, and I watch the news that's coming out of Canada, not the mainstream news. Mainstream news does not tell you the whole story. Most of the time, it's just bold-faced lies. So,
yeah, Lippy's got 12 kidney stones.
That's not fun. Not a good time.
No, I've heard one hurts. I can't imagine a dozen.
I'm going to share pictures of Abby's graduation. We got a few. That's Abby's all the way on the left in the graduation garb. That's Cheyenne, our oldest daughter, and her boyfriend, Bo. Then we have a picture of me with my eyes closed for some reason.
Oh, I grabbed the wrong one. At least you didn't have the slow handicap looking face.
I made some funny faces in the pictures too. There's all of us. So proud of Abby.
Yep, that's Bo.
And then this is a picture of Abby with Joel's family. Joel was a very good friend of Abby's. They were in the same grade, same classes. They got to know each other pretty well. And Joel unfortunately passed away due to an accident. And
that was 4 years ago.
Yeah,
4 years ago. So he would have graduated with Abby in her class.
He would have. So the school presented an honorary diploma to Joel's family. Yeah. Thought it was very touching.
Yeah.
Joel is actually the friend that Abby, when we first started doing live streams, Abby raised money for St. Jude's Hospital in Joel's honor, because every year for Joel's birthday, he was doing a fundraiser on Facebook, and his goal was $200 to raise for St. Jude's. Well,
Abby wanted to meet that goal.
Before he passed away, he had raised $2. And Abby decided she wanted to take that ball and run with it. And we did a live stream one night where Abby told her story and asked for donations to St. Jude's. And we collected between us, and Big Bear Homestead also did one in a live stream talking about the same thing for the same benefit or fundraiser. And we ended up raising over $1,200 that we were able to send to St. Jude's Hospital. So every penny that we collected, we gave. We didn't keep any of it.
Right.
And we put in a little too. Yeah. Anyway, and that's Abby with her friend Brianna. They graduated together.
My baby graduated high school.
Abby's our youngest, our last one to graduate high school.
Yep. And this morning she went back to class. She actually missed her phlebotomy class on Monday to go to graduation. And she was kind of bummed about missing class, but she was happy to get her diploma and be done finally.
Oh, we had a nice meal too. We went to Carrabba's. We don't have that here in the Lake Charles area. We went to Carrabba's restaurant in Baton Rouge, and Cheyenne picked up the tab.
Yeah,
what a sweetheart.
Cheyenne paid for the meal, and she bought me flowers for Mother's Day.
Oh yeah,
that she actually made.
Right. Hope everybody had a wonderful Mother's Day.
Speaking of the last live stream we did, we had put in 93 seed cups.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, hang on.
So the next morning I get up and, doing our morning routine and stuff. And Brett went to the shed before I did. And he came back and said, "You don't want to go over there. You don't even want to look." And I was like, oh God. The rats had gotten into all but probably about 5 of the cups.
Might as well say all of them.
Yeah. So we had to start completely over, redoing seeds and trying to figure out what seeds were missing and what seeds weren't, which is pretty much impossible. So we reseeded the whole thing.
We didn't get any footage that morning because we were so discouraged, so ticked off. But here's a dramatization.
Would you stop? I was so sick that morning. It really bothered me all day long. So, we did.
We replanted. We fixed them.
We did get a little bit of revenge though, putting out rat bait in the shed. So, we did get them all replanted, and we moved them out to the gardens and put them under the chicken netting. So, wasn't sure if they were going to be okay out in the sun, but
And we put out some more rat poison too, because I'm tired of that.
I said that already.
Tired of that mess.
Then Barb and Percy came over to visit, and she brought a truckload of baby seedlings that they had extras.
They brought us all kinds of stuff. And
there is okra, there's marigolds, there's echinacea, there's watermelons and cantaloupe and cucumber plant. There's so many plants out there. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to put them all, but I'm going to put them all. I caught a mouse in a trap today. I gave him a burial at sea, and there's a toilet emoji. So, yeah, Barb and Percy were freaking amazing. Best part, they brought fresh veggies to share with us. Y'all, that was the best tasting tomato because I didn't plant tomato plants this year. I got tired of the stink bugs, and I didn't want to fight with the tomato plants, but I really wanted tomatoes. So I was going to buy some tomatoes for my mom, and I probably still will. But they brought 5 or 6. I don't even know how many there was. But, oh, my God. That was the best Mother's Day snack I could have ever had. I sliced it, and I ate it. All by myself. I didn't even share them. I think there's 2 left up there, but I don't know.
Darlene,
get those.
Watermelon.
I know.
Yeah, Amy's not having.
I don't eat watermelon, but Brett and Abby do, so I'll grow it, but I'm not eating it.
So we spent some time outside today doing some planting.
We did some sweating. That's what we did this morning.
What I want to share, I think it is. Yeah. So this.
I didn't take a picture of the trees that we put in.
I went around and taking some pictures. This is a new bed that we put in. We used some chopped down logs and created a border.
Oh, you can have the watermelon, darling.
You can't really see what's
it's
there.
Sugar baby watermelons, the little ones. Sorry.
There's that big thing in the middle is a mamu or coral bean. and that's a root cutting that came from Barb and Percy.
We planted.
It's not looking so hot because we took so long to put it in. So we'll see.
It's actually looking pretty good. It's not bad at all. There's some St. John's wort, Indian pink, another
mamu,
and
spiderwort.
Spiderwort.
That's can't really see them though.
Yeah, no. Well, it's kind of hot. We just transplanted them, so they're all kind of shocked. And I'm hoping that they'll be better in the morning.
This is what I meant to say.
And growing quickly.
Mm-hmm. This one is a witch hazel.
Rough. Yeah.
It's got a little transplant shock, so it's kind of wilty.
Yeah.
But it was out in the sun midday that we put it in. We did what we had time for, so we put some prayers in the hole while we put the tree in. So we're gonna hope that it does well. Nothing in the beds in the back there, in the back of the picture yet. We still don't even have our cattle panel arch on there yet.
Get you some wild lettuce from this one. We actually had. Oh,
that's from Miss Lippy.
Yep. I was gonna say we have wild lettuce, but
let's see. Next picture is that bed again. You can kind of see the plants in there now in this picture.
Oh, Dawn says, "Love your yard."
Thank you.
It's all pretty now because he fixed the mower and he cut grass.
This one is one of the loquat trees that we got from Miss Lippy, and the other is in the distance in the picture there.
It looks like an ant pile.
Yeah.
In the distance, but
as of now, it's getting late because the humidity is already moving in for the summertime off of the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah.
And things are getting pretty sweltering out there already. Today wasn't so bad. We had a late afternoon thunderstorm yesterday that kind of cooled things off.
We're supposed to have another one this evening. They said it's a possibility.
Well, we'll see how that affects the temperature.
Hey, Percy. Welcome.
Hello, Percy.
Be right back. Mo needs tea.
So that's kind of an overview of some of the stuff that we worked on there.
Oh, and you can see the giant stack of mulch in the background.
Yeah, we still got more work to do. We kind of ran out of time and energy today.
And dirt. Why? Because I said, "You sure that's enough bags of soil?" Oh yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
There we go. Wrong again, Canadian.
Ran out of dirt.
Was there lower humidity yesterday? It was pretty sweltering yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday was pretty muggy. Today, not so bad.
Took a picture of Abby's sign. That's right as people would drive into the driveway. It's right there, and the perfect placement for Abby's graduation party on Saturday.
What's going on in the raised beds? Which one?
What's going in the raised beds?
Oh.
For sure, we're going to do maypop, which is our native passion flower.
And the ones with the
ones up front.
Yep.
Beds.
Yes. What?
Landscape timbers?
There you go. That word.
That word.
Yeah, that's going to have an archway on it, and it's going to have the passion vine in there. And I may end up adding some bee balm around in there too.
We've got Mexican sunflowers. We've got all kinds of stuff.
The Mexican sunflowers are too tall.
Yeah, I'd say so too.
For that bed. They're too tall. But I can put those in the beds that are going to line those.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And I have, in my seedlings, we have, I planted Roselle hibiscus. That's coming up. I've got bee balm coming up.
Holy basil.
Yep. The marigolds that I got from Michigan Daffodil are coming up, which I've grown those before, and they are incredibly pretty.
We have a couple of Monglier.
I'm still waiting on the tobacco plants to come up. I'm really hoping and praying that those work. And then
we'll see what we can get. I mean, we've got all kinds of herbs and natives started around the place that we can move into the front yard.
Mhm.
We're going to develop this whole thing. It's a half acre. It's going to take time.
It is. But we're gonna start with trees. We have one elderberry that has roots on it. I need to go get some more cuttings because not all of those took. We have some wax myrtles that we're starting. We have a sycamore that's over here in the window. That's gonna go in the backyard, I'm thinking.
Yeah, because that's going to be a tree.
Yeah,
Like
that's gonna be a huge tree.
a mature,
Um,
heavy duty tree. Hey, there's Katie, crazy Cajun. That's our middle daughter. Hi, Katie. Good to see
killed
you.
all my medicinal herbs. Oh no.
Do you need or want some canna bulbs? We
have
some
canna
We have
bulbs.
some yellow flowering cannas and some red leaf, red flowering cannas. So if you have something different, maybe. We planted those along the pond edge.
Yeah, those are really pretty. We have daylilies. The daylilies that we have, almost all of them are orange though.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that are like a reddish. Is that right?
No, they're peach.
Okay. Slightly different color.
Yeah, they're slightly different, but really close.
Well, thanks for stopping by, Katie.
You're not working today, woman.
See whatever the
I'm
pictures
not
we have.
either.
The beautyberry
Oh yeah,
is
it's
starting to bloom.
put on berries. Yep, that thing.
Well,
Y'all,
it's
I cannot
flowers-
speak tonight.
Flowers first, and then the berries. That's just kind of a hodgepodge of what we have under or around our live oak tree.
Oh really? She said my daylilies are up, just not blooming yet. Ours are blooming everywhere.
Are they brand new, Monica? Did you put them in this year? Maybe that will be why.
Or the end of last
Tropical
year.
leaf cannas, if you want some, they do bloom orange, but the
Leaf
leaf is
is
striped. Ooh, that's different. Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
that is different. They bloom orange. See, we have
Oh.
the ones that we have are
Hey, Barb and Percy, I know you're both here in the chat. Mind and Body Code just put in the link to the Bayou Mud coffee.us. That's where you can get that coffee. We totally forgot to write that down for you when you were here. Yeah, that's where you can get the homestead. What do we call it? Homestead brew? Yeah.
well,
With our name on it. He also has other blends available too.
we have the ones the cannas that we have on that side of the pond they have green leaves and yellow blooms. The one on this side that we put in the one, I don't remember I think we got that from my mama.
The red one?
But the leaves look almost purple.
They're very
so
dark leaves, yeah.
And they bloom red. Okay, thanks. I was looking for it. Yeah.
So in
3
the
to 4
picture
years
that's on the
different.
screen here,
Oh, Monica's out in the desert.
there is, let's see, there's the spider plants. Some people call them airplane plants. There is wild pink oxalis or wood sorrel. There is purple wandering Jew. There's another name for that too now, because that name can be offensive to some people. I don't remember the new name for it or the different name for it.
I don't know, but there's some that's green and white. It's a variegated. It doesn't have any of the purple color at all. I saw it the other day on Facebook. And
if you look very closely, right here, there's a wild cucamelon vine.
those things are everywhere. Whoa! Check that out.
Oh, that's pretty. Let's see what else we got. I don't remember what all I took pictures of.
That's really pretty.
That's the daylily blooms. That's the orange ones. But the foliage here at the bottom is called, it's a type of lily, I think. It's called African flag.
Oh,
There's some hidden ginger up here in the back of the picture.
I forgot to tell you. Canadian said they're under a frost warning.
Oh, well, I mean,
mean,
Canada, that makes sense.
Yeah, but I know Courtney and them were under a frost warning too.
The cool thing about daylilies, and we're watching, is after the flower fades, it makes a baby plant that you cut off of the stem, and you can plant that.
Plant those, yeah, and they will start growing roots. So that's what I'm waiting for right now. Because I want the baby plants. I want to add daylilies on the outsides of our beds.
Well, that's how we've ended up with so many daylilies everywhere around our place, because we've done that before.
We're
Last year,
them. Yeah.
I don't think we got them last year.
No, I missed them.
We missed out.
I missed them last year. But the daylilies are really good. The foliage is really thick, and it helps to choke out the weeds and stuff. So putting them along the outer edges of our garden beds really helps to cut down on the weeds and the weed eating that needs to be done.
Next picture is the new growth on the blueberries.
Hi, Grandma.
I don't know if you even saw how much new growth is on those.
On the new ones? No,
the
I
new
haven't been out
blueberries
there.
that we put in.
I didn't go all the way out to the blueberry beds. Look, I was tired.
Oh,
you wore me out today.
Yeah. Hey, Miss Vonnie, welcome. What else we got? Elderberries are in bloom.
Fleece pajamas and a down vest.
Now, some people take the elderberry flowers like this and batter and fry them, called elderberry fritters, elderberry flower fritters. I've never done that.
They smell pretty good.
They do. Oh, man, they smell heavenly.
Just be careful sticking your nose in an elderberry bloom, because 90% of the time there's a bee in there too.
It's an umbrella of hundreds of flowers, and each of those flowers becomes a berry when it's pollinated.
Okay, we got Canadians sitting outside in fleece pajamas, freezing, and Kiri's sitting with fans blowing, sweating.
Hey, Miss Patty G.
My elderberry have come back just small, but fun. They are surviving the harsh winter. Yeah, elderberry is a native plant in lots of places, and they are pretty hardy. I mean, you can do a lot to an elderberry, including spraying it with weed killer multiple times, and they don't die. They just keep coming back.
Next, we have
that was before we knew what they were.
The native common persimmon is putting on fruit. If you want to prank somebody, don't do that. Don't do that. I was going to say, if you want to prank somebody, have them eat a green persimmon, but don't do that.
Oh, Vonnie said it's 64 degrees there. It is a whopping 81 here now. I want to harvest some of the flowers, because you can make a tea with it too. You can use it to make elderflower tea, but I haven't done it yet, and I think a lot of it was because I didn't want to take away from the berries that we were going to harvest. But now there's so many elderberries out there. It is just like one massive white blob of blooms. I may harvest them, some flowers, and make a tea with it. It's supposed to be really good.
There's your seed cups.
That's our seed cups. That is the boards are just holding them upright to keep the wind from knocking them around.
So far, they're doing just fine in the sun, though. So far.
Patty says it's 70 degrees here in eastern Tennessee, Smoky Mountains.
What are you doing over there? Well, that's cool. I bet you've got some pretty things to look at there.
I'll bet so. Wait, they had a wedding.
Another one?
No, maybe not.
Oh, they had a birth coming up. Is that right?
Oh, that's what it...
I think. Help us out. Trying to remember.
Did you leave Mac at home? That's scary. Watching my grandsons because my daughter had her baby. Yay, congrats.
Yeah. So these on screen now is some of the plants that Percy and Barb brought to us.
That's just some of it.
That's just some of it.
The little tray is zinnias, And there's okra, there's echinacea, there's sunflowers, there's
Cucumbers.
marigolds, there's all kinds of stuff in there.
A nice variety of things.
Congratulations, Patty. Another grandbaby.
Kiri.
That's awesome.
Look at him, Kiri. This is the prickly pear cactus that was sent to us from Built on the Rock Homestead. And it's doing so well, it's having a baby.
I still think that was the weirdest thing I ever got in a box in the mail. I had to open that thing and take it out of the box with barbecue tongs because I just knew I was going to get stabbed. Been going almost a week. Emergency C-section. Baby's in NICU. Doing better now.
Oh.
Hopefully coming home Friday. Well, prayers for you and your family and the new baby. Everything is going to be fine. I just know it. Prickly pear jelly or margarita?
We'd have to look into that. I don't know the first thing.
I don't know either.
Other than it's pretty to look at. So that's the weirdest thing you've received in the mail. Not the weirdest thing that I have shipped in the mail. On a completely unrelated note.
What did you ship?
On a completely unrelated note. My Cologuard test came back negative.
Oh, I see. I wasn't even going to go there.
The joys of aging.
I fixed the bird feeder pole today. I just realized who was speaking, so I stopped myself from reading out loud. Dang, raccoons wreaked havoc on it. We haven't had raccoons in our feeders. As a matter of fact, the squirrel hasn't even tried to get in the feeder, although it is empty. We're gonna have some fat wild birds, y'all. These things are emptying that bird feeder every day.
And what the wild birds don't eat, what they drop, the
ducks.
The ducks get the stuff. Meriwether slices up the pads and fries them with his eggs. Oh. Oh yeah, if you guys are in the southern area. Oh, that's right. Percy did talk about that.
Yeah, I was gonna say
egg and chorizo.
He said don't eat too many of them.
If you're in the
I'm not going to tell you the rest of what he said.
Or interested in foraging our area, follow Meriwether Foraging Texas. I know he's on Facebook. Let me see if I can find him.
I think he's on YouTube too.
I think he's on. I'm sure he's on YouTube. Meriwether.
It's 1R.
Is it? Meriwether Foraging Texas. I think that's him. Yeah, that's him. I'm going to share his link in the chat. Meriwether.
Miss Libby said, y'all, please forgive me, but Mo is tired and seems to need Mama watching a movie. Blessings to all. Go and enjoy that baby. And y'all have a good night.
Y'all check out Meriwether. And if you go over, let him know in his comments who sent you, if you would. A retraction from last week. I was thinking of prickly pear, not prickly cactus.
It was a prickly pear cactus.
Prickly pear cactus that's bright. It's reflecting off of this window.
I'm gonna get it.
Thank you.
So whiny.
Oh Lord. Have a great night, Miss Lippy. Enjoy that family time.
Better?
Better what? Better tree. Yeah, that's better. Not just south in. Oh yeah. I should have said that. You're right, Kiri.
Wait, what?
And she said not just south. Good info for the U.S. Very knowledgeable guy.
I like getting into his live streams because if you have questions, he will answer them.
Mm-hmm.
He's almost as knowledgeable as Howie.
Oh, from a food forest permaculture.
He is. That man is like an encyclopedia. He can answer stuff like right off the top of his head. See, I have to research a lot of stuff because my brain don't hold that much.
He posts. Oh, he's mostly on Facebook.
I will be right back.
Okay. All right.
Come on.
Yeah, dog's got to go out. Yeah, I don't know how much we're going to be able to do. How quickly. The fruit is called tunas. Huh. I don't know how quickly we're going to be able to get work done on the potager garden. But as we go through it, as we make progress, we're going to share with you. And the things that we shared tonight in the live stream that we've done, I do intend on making a video because not everybody watches live streams. Some people prefer to watch videos and vice versa. So I'd like to cover topics in videos and on live streams. So there's probably going to be some overlap. So, I mean, if you don't mind keeping on watching our videos and giving us likes and tell your friends, we do appreciate that. We've got, we're kind of stagnant because we haven't been doing videos. We're stagnant on our growth, and the YouTube algorithm does not like when we don't make videos. So they are not very helpful in sharing our content to new people. For example, we're at 5,057, and we've been pretty stagnant right there. That's total subscribers. We're not really growing. We do appreciate each and every one of you 5,057 folks, though. Really do. Little by little, you will get there. Many of those gardens happen. Right. That's and anybody who suddenly has a big, beautiful garden is probably they probably have a lot of help, whether they show that or not. And then when things get really hot and humid and just so difficult to work outside here in the summer, that really slows us down, and it's not. It's also not a very good time to be trying to transplant plants or trees and such either. Yeah, the YouTube algorithm is frustrating. I've been hearing of a lot of people having a lot of success with TikTok. I just have not made that jump. I don't know that I want to. This new garden is definitely determined to teach me patience. Yeah, true. But the outcome, what we end up with, is going to be so worth it. We, our motivation in building the potager garden and putting it in the front yard. I feel a sneeze coming on. Sorry. We live behind someone else, so it's not like we're road frontage necessarily. We're still, thank you. We're still somewhat hidden from the highway. But at the same time, the style of gardening that we're going with here is it's not row gardening. It's not the idea is to have it hidden in plain sight. We don't want to announce to the world, especially if things continue to go in this downward spiral that we've been going in. We don't want to announce to the world that we have food, that we have edible stuff. We want it to be stuff, a lot of things that are, if you don't know what it is, you'll just pass it by. You have to know how to use it, how to eat it.
Well, and traditional rows aren't really working so much anymore. It takes a lot of water, it takes a lot of weeding, and it takes a lot of time and effort to maintain. So, what we're trying to do in the potager is create more like a food forest that's going to provide some shade and cover so we don't have to water as much. Not to say that we won't have to water at all, but we won't have to water it as much.
We're also trying to go as organic as possible. Not
And native.
Not to say that we would never use fertilizers or pesticides or herbicides. Not saying that we dead set will never, but our intent is to build a healthy soil that doesn't need chemicals.
Right. And we're putting in natives so that they're perennials. They'll keep coming back, and they're already acclimated to our weather. Definitely.
Oh, that's good that his right knee's doing good. Hopefully you get hopefully he has similar results on the left. That's great.
Oh, so that's not next Wednesday. Definitely pray.
I'm going back to work tomorrow after 2 weeks off. Pray for me. No, I'm just kidding.
Part of me is like, oh, and the other part of me is like, yay,
A break.
a break, a day off. No, we've been working really hard on the potager garden, and it's not just outside work. It's planning and figuring out what to put and where to put it and how it's going to work. And some things have to be full sun, and some things have to be part sun. And so it's a little bit tricky. Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah, Monica, as a firefighter, I work 24-hour shifts. So for 2 weeks, it's basically 24 hours at the firehouse, 24 hours home, back and forth like that for 2 weeks. And then week 3, I'm off. So when I have a vacation week, it gets tacked on with the week off. So it's 2 weeks off. So I'm going back to work for a week, 24 on, 24 off.
Yeah.
And then I'm off for a week again.
Yeah. It's really nice when he can take 2 weeks of vacation, and then it falls between, he's got a week off, then he'll take his 2 weeks of vacation and then have another week off.
Yeah, so it's a full month.
Yeah, he ends up home for a whole month.
4 weeks. And I have that coming up in October, November, I believe.
Oh, Bonnie's son.
When I first started with the fire
I
department,
got it, Miss Bonnie.
I took my month off in August, and I learned real quick that wasn't the ideal time to take it off, because in August it's hot like crazy here, so there's not really anything to enjoy. So I started placing my vacations in spring and fall, where we can work on gardens or, go and enjoy little day trips or whatever. It's called
We have
Zero
Zero Escape.
What is Zero Escape? Oh,
They live in the desert.
oh, okay.
Can you add in soil maybe? Spring and fall are the best. Yeah. Well, here too. Our summers are pretty brutal. Um, you guys probably have like a dry heat. Am I right? Here it's 90% humidity and just flipping hot. I told Libby today it's 50 shades of sweat.
Yeah, so basically at this point we're trying to plop in trees, things that are going to take time to grow because we don't really have shade to speak of.
We have some, but it's not near enough.
Late evening shade.
Yeah, it's not near enough.
Not near
enough. We're putting in trees, but we're also putting in native trees like the witch hazel, and we've got a sycamore, we've got a pecan, we've got we're gonna do wax myrtle, and obviously I'm gonna use some elderberry because
hey, there's Mama Bear.
They're everywhere here.
And the persimmon, the native persimmon.
Yep.
Which the native persimmon makes a small fruit with big seeds. There isn't much flesh to speak of in that, but when they're ripe, they're delicious.
Yeah.
Like walking out the door into a tongue. Oh, that's good.
Have you seen where people drill a hole in a bucket and at the bottom fill it with water? So little by little, would that work for you? Yeah, that would, but then we'd have tons and tons of buckets everywhere. Because the problem is our gardens aren't like in one spot altogether.
I've done that with a milk jug and then had to go chasing milk jugs once they're empty because the wind blows them around. The bucket's not a bad idea. So for like a drip irrigation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, the dollar store sells the little it's a little thing that sticks. It's supposed to stick in a planter pot.
Yeah, there's not much in that. I don't know how.
You can get the ones now that screws onto a water bottle.
Oh, you should have saved that picture that you saw on Facebook today.
Oh, what was it?
It was like an IV bag.
Oh, you can buy those now too, and some of those are refillable. With all the rain the past few days, it's so muddy. I prefer dry air.
Muggy.
We need the rain. Yeah. Actually, our humidity has been less. At least for today it was. And I only know that because the dehumidifier has been actually kicking off.
Not much shade from a cactus. Yeah, I guess you're right.
I don't think I'd want to sit under a cactus anyway. I don't do muggy weather. It makes me ache too much. I'm kind of acclimated to it. I've lived here my entire life. So I really, I struggle more in the winter when it's dry. My skin struggles a lot in the wintertime when it's dry.
I have trouble breathing when it's too humid.
Yeah. No, yeah. But we've learned that in the summertime we go out as early as we can to do any gardening work and watering and things like that. And then usually about 10:30, 11 o'clock, sometimes even before that, we have to come in. Come
in, change his shirt, stand in front of the fan for a little while.
Yeah. And then we can go back out at probably about 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Oh yeah, heat rashes. Mm-hmm. In my locker at the firehouse, I keep a tube of Boudreaux's butt paste. It's like a really strong diaper rash cream, and I'm not ashamed to use it either.
You might see seat on a bunny or a coyote. Our shade spots bite. Oh, that's not good.
Considering purchasing a weeping willow, nice.
West side setting sun to help shade our house. That's where we're working, is on the west side of the house. And That's to
But-
shade the house. All of our solar panels are on the east side of the house, so the shade and stuff won't affect the solar panels.
Not too bad.
I mean, it will eventually,
But in the far front yard, see, I'm pointing west right now. So in the far front yard, though, there's a big mature live oak and a big mature pecan tree. So late in the evening, we get shade from that.
yeah, willows do like water. We have a black willow growing on the bank of the pond.
There's another one sprouting too.
Yeah, there's those are natives here, and we're letting those go, and they are beautiful trees. Now this one's got a little bit of a gangster lean to it from the storms, but it's still it's leaning. Stop it! It leans towards the bank,
Mayberry.
so it's actually providing a nice little cute area of shade that I can put my chair underneath. And if the lily pads weren't so thick, I could fish from my chair. I don't know what is up with that dog. She's
roaming
antsy,
again.
yeah. My neighbor planted 2 willows in a small area. They got huge, except
Feng shui.
it killed out my Norway pines.
Oh,
Feng shui gardening.
oh, the bucket of Malabar spinach that was so pretty last year has finally started. The seeds have finally started coming up.
2
this year. I
Okay,
think we have two starts in it, but that's enough to get going.
Oh yeah, it'll get going. And what'll happen is once it gets tall enough, I'll cut a piece and start it rooting, and then set it on the other side and get it going.
They're easy to propagate.
Yeah, super easy. I just needed one, so we were blessed. Prayers were answered. We got 2 instead of 1, and I read the other day that Malabar spinach is actually nutritionally better for you than regular spinach. It's got protein in it. It's got there's all kinds of vitamins in this stuff, and it tastes good too. We shade at about 3 p.m. from the new species here at the box metal. Oh, oh man!
I'm gonna refill my cup.
I don't know what plants would grow in the desert. I've only been through the desert like once in my life, maybe twice. Lost a large oak tree to a lightning strike. That was our shade. My thought is a willow. They grow fast and wide and will not be as messy during a hurricane season. Oh, I love Malabar spinach. I love it. Prickly pear grows in the desert. I don't think that's going to provide her much shade, though. I definitely wouldn't want to sit too close to it. I look at it every day. The prickly pear is in I have it in a terracotta pot on top of some cinder blocks on the south side of our shed. And that's where my gardening sink is and everything. And I go by and I look at it and I talk to it, but I'm not touching it.
Hello, Sue. I had to give up my in-ground garden because of back and hip pain doing container. Yeah. We do containers and raised beds because for the same reason.
Old. That's him, not me.
And
Okay.
even still, man, sometimes my back just starts to spasm and I'm just done.
Yes.
Done for the day.
Thank you, Kiri. I was trying to think of their names.
Oh,
and
Green Dream?
Green
Yeah.
Dream Project is in the desert, and they have planted trees.
Jim
So
and Jessica.
that would be a good YouTube channel to follow because you would be in the same area. Like same.
They're building what is it, like a mud hut house, but like that sounds
It's
like
not
it's
what it's
not
called.
much, but they're it's really nice.
I do talk to my plants. I probably sound crazy, but It's not a mud house. I can't think of the
I
name
mean,
of it.
it's an off-grid structure,
I can't think of the name of it.
but it's made with adobe mud. I'm gonna put them in the chat.
No, I know, Carrie, you're not in the desert, but Monica Sherman is in the desert, and so is Mama Bear.
So again, if you
Dirt
go,
bags, yes.
what'd you call me? If you go see Green Dream Project,
Earth Bag Home. Yes.
um,
Thank you, Patty.
let them know who sent you. Appreciate that.
But they're doing all kinds of things, and they like recycling and reusing like recycled products into the home and stuff. It's really, really neat to watch. So they're in the same like climate. That's what I was trying to say. I was thinking biome, and that's not right. They're in the same climate.
Too much Minecraft.
Yeah.
Huh?
So maybe you can get some ideas on types of trees to grow that might grow in your similar climate. Now, I'm sure that growing trees in the desert is going to require buying some bag soils of some kind and adding to I don't know. I've never been to the desert and like really inspected it and lived there and things like that. I expect like a beach with no water. That's what my brain tells me about a desert. It's like all sand. And I'm sure that's not quite
Just as
accurate.
earth ships. I don't remember what an earth ship is.
Rammed earth is a different technique than dirt bags. Yeah. They're doing all kinds of cool stuff. And a lot of it I don't completely understand. But it looks really cool. I love you, Mama Bear. That's so. Hey, don't we all get some of those every once in a while? Tomorrow's going to be my day. I'm telling you, tomorrow is going to be my day. I'm going to get a spasm in my lazy bone.
They don't have sand. Their soil is more clay and rocks.
Ah.
So that would make sense why they're using the clay.
Yeah. Yikes.
Too bad we can't build with mud in our area. Yeah, I'm sure it would just get washed away the first rain.
Well, I don't know. They use mud as insulation.
Well, yeah, but that was protected from the elements. That was in the walls.
Canadian said he's washing dishes, not ignoring us. I want him to come wash my dishes. Patty says, I'm impressed with you washing dishes.
That's
Magnesium
right.
helps with.
So you can get magnesium from an Epsom salt soak.
That's right. I'm glad she mentioned that because
or eat bananas.
Abby doesn't like bananas, but Abby's been having a leg spasm at night. And I was trying to think, I knew it was magnesium, but I was trying to think of different ways for her to get magnesium into her body. Completely forgot about the Epsom salt. Deserts are like a giant kitty litter box. Well, then just sift it.
Magnesium, if I remember right, which I'm pretty sure I do, magnesium is required for your body to absorb calcium.
That's vitamin D. Might be both. But I know you can get magnesium from dark leafy greens, broccoli, bananas. Avocado is probably one of the best.
But potassium comes from bananas. That's okay. That's where I was wrong. I knew I was going to be wrong somewhere.
Could be potassium also.
I knew I was going to be wrong somewhere.
You can make magnesium oil, which is a particular type dissolved in distilled water.
Huh.
My hands were wet, and yeah, we have a dishwasher, but hey, I'm old school. We have a dishwasher too, and I washed all the supper dishes by hand. I normally do. I use my dishwasher as storage for my canning jars. Magnesium helps muscles relax. Calcium helps muscles constrict.
Huh. I'm learning all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, but okay, Mama Bear. But the point is, if you sift it and all you get is a bunch of poop, that's like a homesteader's dream. I deal with poop all the time, and it's great for the garden.
Pedialyte. Yeah. I haven't, I've heard a lot of good stuff about drinking
That stuff
Pedialyte.
is gross,
Yeah.
though. It's
Pedialyte is basically Gatorade without the sugar.
That's what it tastes like. Oh, I guess we could add some stevia or some monk fruit or something.
Oh.
I haven't been having any sugar except for those cookie cake pieces that I ate today. But for
That's Cheyenne and Bo's fault
Yeah, I
for bringing
know.
that for Mother's Day.
what, like we've switched to stevia and stuff.
It's Sean in Alaska. Can't beat us in salt.
It's Steve from Ohio or Utah. That's what it was. Steve from Utah.
How would you get magnesium from Epsom salt? Well, it is magnesium, so
It soaks in through your skin.
Soaking in a bath,
it absorbs into your skin.
Yeah, that.
Hello, Sean in Alaska. And I think today is Sean's birthday. So happy birthday.
Oh, is it? Happy birthday, Sean, in Alaska.
It's Steve in Utah.
Prep for Eternity Homestead. Hello, Brother Donnie. Welcome.
Am I right, Sean? I think I saw that. Oh, shit.
Yep.
So now you have to tell us how old you are. I'm just kidding. You really don't. It doesn't matter. He looks younger than I do. The dude wears a kilt, walking around in the freaking snow and ice, and he's building a log cabin. That's way more energetic than I've seen the last couple of days. Sean is doing some incredible things up there in Alaska, and it is so fun to watch. And it's really fun to get into his live streams when he has them, and really cause trouble. So sorry, Sean. But I think this last one was the last one before, until the fall because of the tourist season. My lights were on. I get that way a lot, Mama Bear. The energy he has is amazing, isn't it? The man is like running around like a chicken with his head cut off, doing all kinds of things. And I complain about rolling over out of bed some days.
There's a link to Sean.
My daughter is on a cruise in Alaska right now. That's pretty cool. Prepped for Eternity Homestead. That is Brother Donnie.
Yes.
Welcome. I got it right. I'm impressed.
My eyes are not wanting to cooperate. Like, kind of fuzzy.
That's old people disease.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that is. I would love to go on a cruise in Alaska. I don't know if I could do a cruise though and be stuck on a boat. That would drive me nuts. I want to go to Alaska and like visit Sean and like.
That's my deal. I would want to travel the country.
I want to see stuff. I don't want to just see water.
Visiting people that we've gotten to know through YouTube. That would be awesome. I would love that.
Oh yeah, his pictures of the Northern Lights is amazing. That's incredible. That's something I've never seen is the Northern Lights. We're a little too far south.
Just a little bit.
I had a chance to go on a cruise, but I get motion sickness, so I said no. That's probably a good idea.
Look, Patty wants to come with us.
Come on, let's go. Let's all just pack up and go to Alaska.
We could just retire and travel from one homestead to the next.
But if I go to Alaska, I'm going to Canada too.
Yep. The other Miss Patty wants to come too.
Better stop in Oregon.
And Mama Bear.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my dream. I would love that so much.
I'd have to be so drugged up I would sleep the cruise. See, I wouldn't want to do a cruise if that's the case either. I don't know that I would like a cruise. I don't like being cooped up. I like being outside, and I'm not one to do like swimming and shows and like all that crazy stuff that they do on cruises. So they better have a garden area. She don't wants to cruise, but she gets seasick riding the ferry to Galveston.
Oh, no.
Abby's scared of the ferry. I don't know what it is.
Abby
has a fear of water.
She knows that it's an irrational fear, but she has a fear of being on water that she can't see through.
Mm-hmm. She
And
won't
that's
even
all we
get out
have
of the
here.
car on the ferry. I wouldn't like all the people, and then there are those sickness. Yeah. Well,
yeah, that's true too.
I don't think I'd like it. All the people and stuff stuck on a boat. I think
Dawn says,
I would
"Stop
jump
here." One day, we would have to.
My brother, the captain.
We'd have to have somebody take over the homestead while we're going.
Now, a sailboat would be cool. I have to go put my lady chicks away. That's cute. Yeah, I think I could do a little bit of like sailing or boating, but I don't think I could do a week's worth of it.
You know, this
like
past weekend, Saturday. That was 2 Saturdays in a row we saw Barb and Percy, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's been so cool, so nice.
I'm really enjoying it because they understand our heat, they understand our weather, they understand our gardening, and they understand our Cajun words.
Yeah. I told Percy that when he was here the other day. Like, we get to visit with all sorts of people that we meet through YouTube, and it's a lot of fun. It really is. Getting to know other people, people with other cultures and other backgrounds and stuff. I love it. But I said it's also nice to be hanging out with somebody who understands all the words that are coming out of my mouth, like panin and monglier and
Cajun-isms.
Yeah, all the Cajun words.
Yeah. It is. It's pretty fun. And I'm enjoying getting to know them, and I can't wait to go see her gardens because I've seen pictures and they look phenomenal. And like she is so far ahead of the game on plants. I'm so late this year.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of it is.
Well, we were afraid to get started because the weather stayed cool for so long, and then it went like it's making that drastic change.
Yeah. From
too cool to too warm. We'll see. We'll see how things go.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm late to the game, mainly because of the weather. I didn't know what it was going to do, and I kept trying to hold off. And so I am determined. This weekend, we have a graduation party, but your next weekend off, we are going to their house.
Oh my goodness. Karen.
I've been seeing all kinds of pictures of the beautiful flowers in her garden, and I want to go smell that garden because it looks like it smells amazing. If that makes any sense. Oh, Yep, definitely don't want to go on a cruise. Blood transfusion. How do you get a virus that that's weird. I don't even have my garden boxes ready to set those up. But my tomatoes look great. And see, that's my problem is the garden beds are there, the plants just aren't. We started seeds late and then the whole rat issue, and I've been so far behind, and a lot of it is the weather and the rain is crazy.
Have a great night, Patty. Enjoy your
And
family time.
this year was has been a lot with Abby's graduation and trying to figure out her college stuff and classes, and it's been a little crazy. So
Well, Abby's almost 3 weeks into an 8-week course for phlebotomy, so
and loving it.
another 5 weeks, and she'll be well on her way to getting a new job.
Good night, Miss Patty. Enjoy your food. Hopefully you find some good dinner. What else are we doing? We did something else this week. We cooked a lot of shrimp this week.
We did.
Barb and Percy
brought us some shrimp from Delcom, Louisiana. Some nice Gulf shrimp. Oh, that was nice.
They have been so yummy too. I don't know how many we cooked today, how many pounds. I didn't even measure it out.
Well, it was probably 1.5 pounds, and we ate most of it, just the two of us.
It was so good though. Ice cream anyway. You can have it, Canadian. Me and ice cream don't get along.
Ice cream goes best with warm brownies.
When I was in school, we could bring this stuff home and draw blood from family and friends. Crazy how time. No, do not encourage her to do that because she can check my blood sugar, my blood pressure, and my vitals and all those things. She ain't sticking a needle in me.
How'd you cook the shrimp?
We've done fajita shrimp salad, and tonight he sauteed the shrimp, and I made a lemon butter sauce that went on top.
We didn't get a picture of the lemon butter, but we have this picture from the last time we did a fajita
last week.
A fajita shrimp salad
For the live stream.
Oh boy,
that was really good.
That was a good one. Oh man. And we used our fajita seasoning that's available on our Etsy store. Like Bubba Goomp.
The shrimp is amazing no matter how you cook it. It's just because it's fresh out of the Gulf. Oh, it's so good. But I'm going to try to make some étouffée.
Shrimp étouffée. Mm-hmm. Your crawfish étouffée is off the charts. I love it. Oh. Thank you for that, Mind and Body Co. Appreciate it. That's the link for
pretty much pre-seasoned though, because the crawfish is boiled and in the seasoning. So
that's the link for the fajita seasoning.
I'm gonna have to play with that one a little bit to do it with the shrimp. But I could do a shrimp and crawfish, and I think it would be okay. I don't know, that Beausoleil seasoning on that shrimp is really good.
Make a video, Miss Amy.
Yes, ma'am. I really need to. I need to do a video on the étouffée, whether it be crawfish or shrimp. It's going to be the same concept.
The crawfish, it's already seasoned because we use the tail meat from the boiled crawfish.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a little bit of a different process.
Adding the crawfish at the end, but shrimp only take like 5 minutes to cook.
You could probably pan saute.
No. You would put that into your roux because you want the shrimp to soak up some of the roux flavor.
Okay. Don't eat shrimp or fish ever. Huh.
Are you allergic? Are you just one of those crazy people that don't like seafood? Come on now. Shame on you, Canadian. You are not a Canadian. You are not a Cajun for sure. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Kiri doesn't eat fish and seafood either.
Wow.
We live on the Gulf Coast. I mean, unless most people, unless they have an allergy, that's just part of our diet, part of our culture.
Shut the front door. Love it. Oh man, I don't understand it. I don't know, but that my grandpa was a fisherman for a long while, and that was part of like daily eating. I said, brace yourself. I don't get it. But you know, Abby is the same way. Abby will eat shrimp only if it's cooked certain ways, but she's not a big fan of seafood. Now she'll eat salmon, but she's not. They're just, I don't know. I'm that way. Anything seafood pretty much, except like squid and weird stuff. Which I'd probably like it if I tried it, but I just can't get past the texture stuff.
I've had lobster a time or two because before I tried it, I was thinking, "Oh man, this is this bougie food. You got to be a rich, super rich to eat it, lobster." Oh. And then I tried it and I was like, "This is disappointing."
There was one.
I'm used to like
okay.
Cajun seafood spices.
I can't do the lobster thing. We did. We had lobster. It was good, ish. It was okay. But I was like, okay, where's the other 5.5 pounds? Or 4.5 pounds of this stuff? We're used to eating crawfish by the pound. Now, granted, you peel it yourself and all this other stuff,
Not a big fan of squid either.
Lobster was not impressive.
No. Mine and Body Co says fish. He'll eat fish if it's fried. That's the way I love seafood: fried fish and shrimp. I could eat that probably every meal.
Calamari, if it's done right, it's incredible. Ooh, isn't it snails or something?
No, calamari is squid.
Okay.
Of course, the only time I've ever tried squid was on a buffet, so it's probably not done right.
You can tell Tammy's from Louisiana. Throw that lobster in crab boil and it'll taste better.
Guaranteed it would taste better.
I love it.
Snails
I love crab
escargot.
meat.
That's snails.
Okay. I don't know if I could eat a snail. Those are like slimy boogers.
That's why I can't eat oysters. I can't eat
No, I don't like oysters
because that's ocean boogers.
I will eat an oyster if it's fried. It has to be extremely crispy, and the only person that could
oyster cracklings.
Pretty much the only person that would ever cook them like that was my Aunt Linda.
Ugh. I ate snails off of our apartment building when I was a kid in California. My mom said, "Ugh."
Oh, I had a cousin that ate stink bugs.
Snails in butter sauce. I'd try it.
So it's a greasy booger. Gross. Oyster stew. Oh, I don't know. I will eat. Oh.
Booger in a shell. Oh man.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I don't understand how people can eat raw oysters. Y'all, I'm a fish eater. I love fish, but I'm not a big fan of raw fish. Any type, like when I eat sushi, it's like smoked meats or
like the imitation crab.
The imitation
crab
stuff.
with a K.
I can't.
No, the smoked. What is it? Smoked salmon.
The smoked salmon is good.
That's pretty good.
But I cannot chew on raw fish. Mm-mm. I have a texture issue. I can't do it.
You're thinking about it too much right now, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
I can see your eyes watering.
I started school in Boston, Mass, and I was there for 6 years, but they taste bland without seasoning. Bring on the crab boil. Right. Yeah.
All right, we're
Some
gonna have
people
to-
like some people like raw oysters, and it's just I don't know. It's a texture thing for me more than anything. I can't even taste it because I can't get past the texture. Booger in a shell. Even the smell makes it. Yep.
All right, guys, we're gonna have to wrap up.
Oh, it's 8:30.
Yeah, still gotta get
Wow.
ready for work tomorrow. So next week we're gonna be live again on Thursday, as we should be.
I wouldn't either, Canadian. Mm-mm. Can't do it. I have trouble eating yogurt because of the weird texture.
So, guys, we wish you a good night and a good week. So until next week.
Oh, we'll
good
be
night.
live Thursday next week.
Yes.
Yes.
Good night and God bless.
See you guys next Thursday.